Chad, good morning. Day 4, November 4th. It's not really the morning. It's fucking 4 o'clock. I've already ate breakfast, which you guys will see after this and shit. But yeah, I didn't have time this morning to record my intro. Mondays are usually pretty busy for me at work, so I had to get up and get right to it. We're getting some steps in so far today. I think we are at, let's take a look. Right now we're at like 5K steps, so not bad at all. We're definitely going to hit 10K easy because we're going to play basketball after I film this, so that'll be good. Today, chest and back at the gym. That'll be good. Probably later tonight, around 9:30, hopefully. What's on the meal agenda for today? We got breakfast burritos, which were gas. Some foreshadowing. They were fucking fire. And surprisingly filling. Like, I know it's like 700 calories in one sitting, but like, it was just a lot of whole food, so like it was good volume, and it was surprisingly pretty filling. So we got that. Probably have some chicken, some of that rotisserie chicken, and my shake, and maybe a protein bar. My coffee this morning is like 100 calories, so that'll probably put us at about the limit, maybe even slightly over. But as long as my weekly average is under, I don't really give a shit. Yeah, hope everybody's day is going good. Challenge so far, I'm doing pretty good. We got a code tonight. I got back on my my little planner app, so I got that structured into the plan for an hour from like 6:45 to 7. Then we'll do some editing, a little bit over an hour of video editing tonight. So hopefully I can keep up with the amount of clips taken. But yeah, so far I feel pretty good. Yesterday was the first day I hit my hour on Instagram. That was kind of sad, but we're chilling. We move on. All right, chat. We're making those breakfast burritos I was supposed to make yesterday. I don't know how well you can see them, but we got pork, egg stirs, avocado smashed down on the bottom. I'm gonna make these 2 whole eggs and just kind of run the yolk over the top of them, the top of the burritos. But yeah, we got this going in. Hopefully I can wrap these fuckers up. It's my only gripe with the low carb tortillas, man, is they don't hold up well when you try and wrap them. Macros are pretty good on this. We got 2 low carb tortillas, 8 ounces of egg stirs, half an avocado, about 60 grams of pork that I made the other day. I want to say it's around 700 calories. It's a little higher in fat because I am using 2 whole eggs and the avocado. But I really prefer fat over carbs when I'm cutting, or like in any kind of deficit at all. The fat satiates me way more than carbs and sugar will. So typically I'll opt for whole eggs, or cheese is a big one for me, or peanut butter. I just much prefer the fat over the carbs. So let's see the macros on this shit. Oh, and we have 2 servings of fat-free cheese. So this is what they look like. Pretty good. 80 grams of protein for 700 calories, 41 grams of carbs, and 30 grams of fat, roughly. So this with my smoothie, and then dusting off the rest of that Publix rotisserie chicken is that's gonna be my whole day. You know, I'll be a little bit under. I'll have some calories to spare. I'll probably go a little bit over and have a protein bar. But that's really it. So that'll put me right at around 230 grams for the day. And these are all super easy foods to eat. I'm gonna fucking dust these little breakfast burritos, not even thinking about it. So it's good stuff. Let's see how they wrap up. I'll just kind of let that cheese melt in the pan and crisp to the burritos, and we're all set, chat. So that's what we got. 2 whole eggs, 8 ounces of egg stirs, half an avocado, 2 servings of fat-free cheese, 700 calories, 80 grams of protein, 30 grams of fat, 42 grams of carbs. Pretty good breakfast. And it's decent volume too for what you're getting. Want to say hi, bud? Your turn. Now you sniff the mic like Bub does.
Move, man. Don't get jealous now.
Alright, chat. So we just finished up coding and we made a lot of progress. Me and ChatGPT and the YouTube fucking playlist I'm watching. So yesterday I was able to actually make the program launch. But when it launched, it was just, you know, essentially a text box. So today, the next video in the series was talking about how to make a pop-up. So then I was like, damn, what if my budget app had a login? So then I started Googling and I found some threads and I was able to put in some code, but I couldn't make it. The problem I was having that I had to get ChatGPT involved was you would log in and it would be fine, like it would pull up the text box, but also if you clicked quit on the program, it would also pull up the text box. So I'll show you guys what we got. So here's the actual code. But if we click the play button and then we come over here, you can see, turn this shit down, we got username and password. So I can actually authenticate with my username and password in there. Like if I click quit right now, it'll just close it as it should. Pull it back up. And if I just type in a bunch of random stuff, it won't work. It'll tell me that that's not correct. See, invalid username or password. But if we do my actual stuff, let me set this down. With my actual username and password, I'll get a login successful. And then I'll get to the next screen. This was something else I needed help with, was how to chain the screens together, right? Like, so after this screen, how do I get it to pull up this one? So we're getting there. We're definitely making some progress. This is like tenfold what I had yesterday. And the code is up to, we're probably creeping up on 50 lines at this point. So we're definitely making progress. We're gonna hit the gym soon. I'm going to do a little bit of editing before we go to the gym. And when we get back, I'll just eat, do the outro, and then that's really it for the day. Might get some gym clips. I'll bring the camera. We'll see what it entails. If it's too busy, I don't know if I want to whip out the camera. It's just so small in there, bro. I feel so fucking awkward bringing out the camera. I remember when we went on a trip up here before we moved here, I had my camera out and recording, and we just went into a Chipotle, and you would think that like these motherfuckers had never seen humans before, the way they were looking at me. Like people, like I feel like in a big city like Tampa, you know, people are always out doing shit, so like it's not very uncommon. But like here, like motherfuckers are not doing this, so very, very out of the ordinary, not very demure. So yeah, I'll update you guys in a bit. Alright, chat, let's get right into it. Let's see what we did today. So if we look at the steps, we hit 12K steps, pretty good. 137 active minutes, about 5 miles. We did basketball for cardio, so that's cool. Let's get into the lift. Hope everybody had a good day today, man. Today whooped my ass, no cap. Between work and everything else, really whooped my ass. Anyways, back and chest Monday. So like I said, I'm switching up my routine now. I'm doing back and chest and back, whatever, first before I do arms, so I could lift a little bit heavier. 1 hour and 2 minutes roughly the workout. We started off with a flat bench press, 135 for 15, 185 for 12, 205 for 7, then 205 for 6. Pretty good sets. 205 was feeling pretty smooth for 7. I mean, the last one I was definitely struggling, but I'm saying those initial like 4 or 5, it's crazy how strong, like the strength gains I'm making are fucking stupid. Then we went to butterfly, or just the pec deck. We did 115 for 15 for a warm-up set. Then we did 160 for 12, 175 for 12, 185 for 10, and then 205 for 9. Those were feeling great. Yeah, it was fucking good pump with that shit. And then decline bench press machine is something I've been hitting kind of heavy lately in the rotation, because I feel like my lower chest is just extremely underdeveloped and weak. I mean, look at me, I'm pretty underdeveloped all the way around. But my under chest especially, because it's just not an area that's worked often. I need to start incorporating the the lower cable pulls for bottom of your chest too. That'd be good. Then we got into the back portion of the workout. Did lat pull downs. We did 115 for 15, 155 for 12, 175 for 9, and 180 for 7. That was a new PR for me, so that was pretty cool. And then we did seated cable rows, 115 for 15, 175 for 10, 175 for 10, 175 for 10. And then ended it with, they don't have it in the app. I could have created it, but I didn't feel like doing all that. Instead of doing a face pull, and instead of doing like a straight arm, like lat pull, like to you, like the cable's up here and you're going like this, squeezing your lats, I was like taking it and kind of like rowing it in with the rope and just kind of squeezing the fuck out of my back. So that was pretty good. I used the same stack I was talking about in the other video, where there's two stacks and the pull bar in the middle, so it only went up to like 67 or some shit. And then we got our calories for the day and shit. So today we consumed 1691. No, it's actually a little more. I had that protein bar. What are those fucking protein bars called? Pure. So I had one of those. So realistically, we consumed 1871, give or take, because the Publix rotisserie chicken, like you weigh the bones and shit, whatever. Not stressed about it. Breakfast was our shake, which was good. Not actually breakfast, but that's how I logged it. There's the macros for the shake. And then we had the breakfast burritos, which I showed you guys earlier, but I'll also show you everything that was in there. 2 tortillas, 8 fluid ounces of the egg stirs, 2 servings of fat-free cheese, 2 eggs, and half an avocado, and 60 grams of pork. So that was cool. Then we had our rotisserie chicken for dinner. I didn't show you guys that, but literally just cold fucking chicken. The rotisserie chickens are so good cold. I don't care what nobody says. Them bitches slap cold. I prefer it cold than hot. Unless it's like fresh, like the day you get it, you eat it hot, but then like every other day after that, I eat that bitch cold. And then we had our coffee, almond milk, and a little bit of cream, and our protein bar, and that was it. So total macros on the day, I mean, look at that. That's pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good split right there. 67 grams fat, 97 grams carbs, and 233 grams protein. Can't be mad about that at all. Pretty proud of the progress. Like I told you guys, the code, I'm so excited that I finally got like a working program. Like you open it up, you log in, the login works. If you type in the wrong login, it doesn't work. Like that's pretty fucking sick to think that I made that. Yeah, we're doing the damn thing, chat. So I hope you guys have been enjoying it. And I hope you guys find something in your life to challenge yourself with. I will say the hardest part of this challenge is not being on my phone. By far. Like the eating, whatever. The fucking working out, whatever. Like cardio, whatever. Like, bro, 10,000 steps, no problem. It's not being on my fucking phone. Like, not being on social media for more than an hour. That shit is hard. But I will say it is so eye-opening to see how much time I really did spend on the shit. And I think, honest to God, going forward, I'm going to, like, after this challenge is done, I'm going to set, like, an hour and a half limit on it, like, up at 30 minutes, and I'm going to let Jacob pick the code again and just never go over an hour and a half a day, because there's really no reason. Like, an hour is more than enough, so, like, an hour and a half should be, like, extra, in my opinion. Because I was spending so much time on Instagram, like, Probably close to 2 hours a day. Probably close to 2 hours a day. So, and it makes you savor it a little bit more. Like, you know, you're not like just mindlessly scrolling. Like you're actually like focused on what the fuck you're looking at. You know, you're not just like doom scrolling. So, whatever. I'm just yapping. I appreciate you guys. First video went up today. Second video will probably go up on Wednesday. Today's Monday the 4th. Technically, now it's Tuesday the 5th. It's 12:30. I got to get my ass to bed. I'll check in with you guys in the morning. Chat.